Hello again, and thank you for watching this video by Formrater Systems. In our last video we watched how to register the program, and in this video I'm going to explain to you all the little figures and symbols in the Formrater program. We're going to use a previous meeting, and I will open that now. Local cards means that we have meetings previously saved on our computer, which I will use. As you will note, we have two screens, one on the top and one on the bottom. From analysis of over 10,000 races using the FormraterGold special analysis program, we have found that 80% of winners arrive from the top window. In short, most of your outsiders will arrive from the bottom. Let's start from left to right, and I will explain what each figure means. The very first number to the left of the first horse in the top screen is number 7. This denotes the horse's number in the race. The next number, 6 in brackets, is a weight related to the age of a horse. The higher the number, the better it is. The number following the horse's name, in this case 92 for the first horse, is a calculated value based on the total runs, total earnings, and the type of races that a horse has won or placed. This is a kind of money indicator, and the higher the number, the better. The figure next to the jockey name is the latest statistical figure with the jockey-trainer combination. The next number, 103.18, is a speed rating. This is a speed figure developed by Formrater Systems, and all selections are sorted from the highest to the lowest, highest being the best. Next we have points, which is 20 for the first horse. This figure is calculated based on the horse's recent form, taking into consideration its position, its weight, its distances, its class, and the course, etc. The interesting thing to note is that when making a selection, you will not necessarily pick the first choice in the program, as speed is not always the best indicator, especially for longer distances like 1800 and more. You will need to look at all factors to make a selection. This will come with a little bit of experience using the program, and I guarantee it wouldn't be long. The next figure we have is MR76, the merit rated value. This is the current merit rating awarded to the horse by the Horse Racing Association of South Africa, and is based on the horse's previous performances. The next number of 66 in the square brackets is a figure calculated by the program electronically and can be described as an ability figure. The higher this value is, the greater the ability of a horse to win. The next figure of 4.29 is the average lengths that a horse has run previously, taking into consideration wins, losses, and these values, or this value, was only created using races that were run in good racing conditions. The next number, BMR 84. BMR is the highest merit rating a horse has received to date. It's a good indication for outsiders, because sometimes on the bottom screen you will have a horse with a very high BMR, meaning it ran in very strong races previously and its form deteriorated. Now it's met a weaker field, and this will denote to you that that horse had the ability and should not be left out of the pick 6. The next thing we look at in the first selection, on the horse in the first selection, is BF. You will notice it a few places. BF stands for beaten favorite. This means that the horse was a beaten favorite in either its last race or in one of its last 3 races. We can take a look at this now. We double click on the horse's name to look at its form. This is the current form for the horse. And as you will notice, in the last race it finished third, and it was a beaten favorite of 33-10. To view the form of any other horse, simply double click on the horse's name and scroll down, and you can look at all the form. Let's look at the bottom window. Dublin Dude, there we go, there's all the form. This is how we view all the form. The next thing to take note of is T13. Here we will find all trainers who have only one horse for the day. In other words, for this race, number 3, trainer Ernie Anderson has only one horse for the day, number 3. Next thing to look at is your actual and average speed. It is not related to the overall speed rating by FormraterGold. The actual speed is the speed rating calculated by the system, not taking into account weight, draw, course gradient, etc. The average speed is specific only for the current race course and takes everything into consideration. HMR, this is the highest merit rated horse in the field. MRDiff, merit rated difference. These are horses that are dropping in the merit rating and should be noted. The next thing we have is PA selections. These are horses that you should include in your place accumulator or your trifectas or any of your exotics. They do hold a weight, which means that one would have preference over the 8, which would then have preference over the 7, etc. The next thing to look at is collateral form. Let's click collateral form. Click the button, maximize the screen, and you will notice that we have similar race codes with all these horses. This simply means that this is a comparison between horses that are running today that have met previously, and based on weights and draw and distance, etc., predicts which should be better in today's race. The next thing we have is money horses. This gives you a quick glance of horses that were previously backed and whether they won or not. Jockeys and trainers. This is simply a list of all jockeys and trainers for today's meeting. The next thing we have here is horses to take note of for exotics. A little bit more on this later. For now, these are all horses that have some unique factor that needs to be noted that could see it in the winner's box regardless of its price. Results. This should be updated from time to time, as you will click the update results here at the bottom to maintain the latest results. You can use the results for analysis. Example, you can load a previous race meeting, which is what we've just done, and refer to the results. You can then try to find valid reasons as to why certain horses won, why your selections didn't win, and how to improve this in the future. If you find your reasons, you should click the notes button and put this down in the notes for future reference. So make notes all the time for your selections. It will help you in the future. The next thing we have is the favored exacta screen. The exacta button can only be used when the race is current and has current betting info available, which you can view at news.tabonline.co.za. FormraterGold uses mathematical and logic calculations to give you exactas that are most likely to appear and will not be the same as those shown to you on the news.tabgold.co.za website. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I will see you in the next video to show you how to make calculations for your place accumulator and your pick 6.